Sophie's laughter echoed through the cobblestone streets. Her tiny hand was firmly clasped in her father's. The scent of fresh bread from the boulangerie filled the air. It was a quintessential morning in their small French village. Life was simple, filled with the warmth of family and community. Sophie's days were spent exploring the nearby meadows. Her best friend Marie was always by her side. They would chase butterflies, their laughter mingling with the birdsong. Evenings were for stories. Sophie would snuggle between her parents, their voices weaving tales of faraway lands. Sophie's world was small, but it was perfect. It was a world painted in hues of sunshine, yellow and sky blue, a world where love resided in every cobblestone and every whispered lullaby. The storm arrived without warning. It was a day like any other, the sun shining brightly. Sophie's parents were returning from the neighbouring town. They had promised her a surprise, a deafening crash, a scream that tore through the peaceful afternoon. The villagers rushed towards the source of the commotion. Sophie, her heart pounding with a nameless dread, followed. The world seemed to stop. Colours faded. The sun dimmed behind a veil of clouds. Sophie's parents, their faces now still and pale, lay amidst the wreckage. The surprise they carried, a beautiful porcelain doll, was crushed beyond repair. The village mourned with Sophie. They enveloped her in their collective grief. Madame Dubois, their kind neighbour, took her in. The baker, with tear-filled eyes, baked her favourite croissants. The scent, once a source of comfort, now brought fresh waves of sorrow. Days blurred into weeks. Sophie moved like an automaton, her laughter silenced, her eyes perpetually downcast. The villagers understood. They whispered words of comfort, offering gentle touches and shared meals. The village became Sophie's extended family. They held her up when she was too weak to stand. They reminded her that love, even when lost, leaves an indelible mark on the soul. They showed her that even in the darkest night, stars still glimmered above. Section 4, Finding Solace in Petals, Sophie's Garden of Memories. Sophie found solace in her garden. It had been her mother's pride and joy. Now, amidst the blooming roses and fragrant lavender, Sophie sought solace. She tended to the plants, her touch gentle, her heart heavy. Each flower held a memory. The sunflowers, tall and proud, reminded her of her father's booming laugh. The delicate lilies whispered of her mother's gentle touch. As Sophie nurtured her garden, she felt a sense of purpose blooming within her. In the silence of her garden, Sophie found a way to keep her parents alive. Their memory lived on in the vibrant colours and intoxicating scents. The garden became her sanctuary, a place where grief and beauty intertwined. Section 5, A Brush with Destiny, Pierre's Arrival and the Blossoming of Love. Pierre arrived in the village on a spring morning. A young artist, he was drawn to the picturesque charm and the warmth of its inhabitants. He rented a small cottage on the outskirts, his easel and brushes his constant companions. One sunny afternoon, as Pierre was setting up his easel near Sophie's garden, their eyes met. Sophie, drawn by the play of light on his canvas, found herself captivated. Pierre, mesmerized by her quiet beauty and the sadness in her eyes, felt an instant connection. Their love story unfolded slowly, like the delicate unfurling of a rosebud. Conversations shared over cups of herbal tea. Walks along the Seine, the setting sun painting the sky in hues of orange and purple. Pierre's laughter chipped away at the wall around Sophie's heart. Section 6, Shadows lengthen, Pierre's illness and Sophie's desperate hope. Their happiness was short-lived. A persistent cough plagued Pierre. His once vibrant canvases grew pale, reflecting his fading energy. The village doctor, his face grim, confirmed their fears. Consumption. Sophie refused to give up hope. She tirelessly nursed Pierre. She brewed him herbal remedies, her heart breaking with every pained cough he stifled. She read to him from his favorite books, her voice a soothing balm for his weary soul. Pierre grew weaker with each passing day, yet his love for Sophie burned bright. In his eyes, she saw a reflection of their shared joy, a testament to the enduring power of love even in the face of death. Section 7. Farewell, my love. The pain of loss and the silence of absence. Pierre's death came on a stormy night. As thunder rattled the windows, his hand grew cold in Sophie's grasp. The storm mirrored the tempest in Sophie's heart. The love of her life, her anchor in a sea of grief, was gone. The village grieved with Sophie once more. They lowered Pierre's body into the ground next to the graves of Sophie's parents. The silence after the funeral was deafening. Sophie was alone again. The pain of losing Pierre was unbearable. It felt like the earth had opened up and swallowed her whole. She retreated into herself, her silence a shield, her grief a heavy cloak.